everybody, this is Jeff Womack with EXE Automated Solutions, and today's video is going to be about setting up your LittleFoot database files. So to begin with, what we've got is two files here. We've got one file that is named LittleFoot Rev 1.00_FE, and we've got LittleFoot Rev 1.00_BE. And the difference between these files are that the one that's labeled BE at the suffix is basically going to be all of your data. It's just raw data, no interface. It's where the data is stored for all the front ends. So, and the FE, of course, is a front end database, and that's basically going to be your user access point, your graphical user interface. And that's where all the business rules are. That's where everyone will go to log in and interact with data. Now, the scope of LittleFoot as a commissioning software is to be a multi-user environment. So in order to become a multi-user environment, the back-end database file needs to be in a separate location from the front-end database file. And typically that separate location would be on like a network attack storage or a shared folder on a server, or it can even be a shared folder on a separate shared folder on the local computer to which other computers will talk to. So if you are running the software on a single computer, it's very important to also recognize that you have to have the back-end file in a different folder from the front end. So what I'll do real quick is I'll just go create another folder for this. And I'll just call it back-end database. Now, it is important also to make sure that you name the database files to some sort of name that makes sense towards what project it is that you're working on. So what I'll do right now is I'll just go give the database files a name, and I'll just rename that, and I'll just call it my new project. And I'll just copy that name, and I'll rename this one, and I'll just go from there back, and I'll go V. So now you can see how I've named the project, and I've changed the name, but I've left the suffixes alone. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that backend file and I'm going to throw it in there. Now, being that it's a new project, it's not going to be the same file name or path as the last project we were on. So when we go to open this, the first thing that's going to do is recognize, here I'll show you. And that's just the very first time. So right there you can see that enable content is on. So basically what you do at that point is hit close that and hit enable content, and then the database is active. So as soon as it loaded, it recognized that the name didn't jive with what the old system was. So it's going to ask you to, the database cannot be found. Would you like to reconnect to another database? And if you hit yes, then it'll come up with a file finder, and it'll ask you to attach to your moved database file. And if you select a file that's not named appropriately according to the front-end file, it'll just error and ask you to reconnect to a properly named file. So what I'll do is I'll hit OK, and it's reconnecting, and it has reconnected to the new backend database, and it is ready to go. So another thing I'd like to show you real quick, I'll just log in. Now when it comes up, it came up right here saying server. There's two ways you can get to this. You can either click right on this button, or you can go through admin and table and click button there. So I just wanted to point out to you that the new database server path is C users demo my new project.accdb, and if you looked at all the linked tables, you can see that they are also linked to my new project. So that basically concludes setting up files and linking to a new project database. If you have any more questions, I'm going to do a series of short videos itemizing different functionality within LittleFoot so that you guys don't have to listen to me talk for lengthy times. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next video.